franchise. If you've already, you're good. A lot of this is going to be a bit of a repeat for y'all. If you saw the first episode, I'm simply just resetting things a bit. We're just gonna, because I didn't realize the draft wasn't gonna pause, so I am just gonna show you all this just in case you don't feel like watching the first episode. Also, I want to leave the first episode up there so you actually understand a little bit of what happened and why we are restarting this and why I'm not explaining this piece by piece by piece. So, just know that's kind of the situation we're in right now. We're gonna be a coach. It's a team builder. And we already know it's Matt Humphrey. So essentially what happened to cause this entire new recreation of the franchise is that, oops, I guess I didn't hit enter, but is I put the setting for it to pause the draft, and it did not do that. So the first pick went by, and majority of the good players are already gone. So I was a little irritated. So there's a chance Mahomes ends up in our division anyways. And we are only through the first round, so... What am I doing? I'm spelling this man's name completely wrong. Alright, let's see. Alright, continue. We're gonna put on that puffer jacket. And this honestly didn't take very long. Head 49. There we go. And the physique, I said he was about 6'6", 245. Alright, we're getting there. Alright, there we go. That is complete. Alright, and I'll quickly explain a few things I'm doing in here. I'm allowing teams to relocate. I increase the trade difficulty, I leave free agent motivation impact alone, and I slow down staff talent modifications. I turn off practice injuries and progressive fatigue. Go back to the first episode for explanation. Turn this on to Snake just for a little bit more fun. It did look a little insane with how many big players went off the board early. Just look at the very end of that episode, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see. View. Just to make sure, because I would hate to do this entire thing and then it doesn't even record. So let's make sure we're good. We are? Okay. And I think the only other thing I did was increase this to 55, that to 85, and this to 450. Oh, and this, of course, to 53. Alright, there we go. Oh, and that. Definitely gotta get rid of that. Alright, that is... Make sure the starting point, yep, fantasy draft, perfect. So that is... In a very quick version, that's literally all we got through in the last episode. So let's do this again and make sure I pause the draft this time. Now, if Mahomes ends up in my division, I'm just gonna cry. Because he's been in my division the last 2 fantasy drafts that I've done. So let's find out. Alright. We're gonna start it. We're gonna see this cool epic cinematic. That's really the reason I did it, y'all. I just wanted to see this epic cinematic again. Not really, but still, it was kind of cool.
Every career starts as a dream, a belief that someday you'll join the greats and line up next to them on the same field, in the same league.
Jay Jettas?
Required incredible sacrifice just to even make it to this point. For the coaches and teams of this league, they dream of the right
Where's that Taylor
that
at?
changes everything for their franchise. Tonight, those dreams collide.
I want y'all to notice they didn't have a single Bengal in that thing. The disrespect. Alright. Pause the draft. Mahomes has found himself a new home. The Giants, thank God. But he is on my conference now. He was on the Browns. We're going to be picking a little bit farther than we were last time. Okay, Tua, Herbert, Stroud, Parsons, Justin Jefferson. Alright, perfect. With Nick Bosa going, I definitely had to be a little bit nervous there, but we're going to make our selection. It's going to be a very important player. It's either an end, or which is where he will play for me. Alright, this is a very interesting thing. I'm just now realizing that it was sorted by scout status. And I was probably fine to keep drafting in the last one, but who cares? It got all messed up. I had CeeDee Lamb, it was a whole thing. It went against the rules, which I'll quickly re-go over the rules. Since Matt Humphrey was a member of Buffalo, which is a part of the MAC in the college football conference, he will only be drafting college football players from the MAC. And also 3 other teams added to that: UConn, Notre Dame, and the University of Massachusetts. With one rule violation, which I will not be revealing until it happens. Or if it fails to happen, in which I will just be sad. Anyways, going to overall grade here. And let's see, where is the man, the myth, the legend? They must have him listed at outside linebacker. They do. He's moving to defensive end, if you guys do not know. Eastern Michigan is a part of that conference, and he will be the first one of our members. A very important member. One of our best. In fact, he may be one of our only good players. Max Crosby is the pick. He looks very strange right there. I don't think that's what Max Crosby looks like in real life, but alright. Alright, let's see what we know from here. Went a little corner heavy. Only sad thing is we don't get to see how the round finishes up, but I think when we actually get to the draft, we'll be able to see that. Just like sim to the end of the round kind of thing, maybe. I'll have to test it out a little bit. Luckily for me, I'm not seeing any of my targets in here. Let's make our selection. I have a list of about 95 players here. Question is, which one is the best option? At this point, I think the O-linemen, the really good O-linemen, are probably going to go pretty early. So we need to go to O-line. Left tackle. Joe Alt is someone that I'm able to get. We could also get both of these guys, but hold on. there are others that we can bring in. High-level players, like Ronnie Staley, for example. Quentin Nelson is also a member of the teams we can bring in. Gosh dang it, didn't mean to do that. Let's see. The centers aren't really there right now. Wait a minute. Was the overall grade? Gosh dang it. Okay, this is a little slightly annoying. Telling me the highest overall right guard remaining is a 70? Are you kidding me? Well, this is not a good sign. There's no way the overall grade is that. Alright, that's interesting. Where's Joe Alt at? Is he let? There he is. This may be our best bet here. Getting a young guy. I mean, he may not be there. Definitely, like Quentin Nelson's not going to be there at our next pick. And probably not. Well, Ronnie Staley might be there. And the problem with, the thing about, let's view his card real quick. He's 28. Yeah, so let's go ahead and go get Joe Alt. Think he's a good young player to, where the hell is he? Goodness, that's gonna get annoying fast. Technically, we could also go out and get Taylor Moton, but Joe Alt is a young man. He has a lot of talents. He's hidden development. Already looks really good. So I definitely want to bring him in at the age of 21. Stud finder. Well, they didn't do this last time. They definitely did it with CD Lamb though. Okay. Got the war room. Alright. A little bit of a risk there, but may work out for us in the end. Lots of quarterbacks going. Again, I'm really not worried about that at all. So let's make our next pick. We'll see if any of those other O-linemen are still there. Start with the left tackle. Looks like O-linemen just really aren't a focus early, but they will be for me. So we're going to go get Quentin Nelson with this pick, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so it looks like it doesn't do it every time, which is good to know. Alright, so more people are going off the board. Definitely want to make sure that we are continuing to focus on certain players that I'm not too worried about most of these people going. But with 95 people, I really need to make sure I'm filling my specific needs. So we're already in the fifth round. I've only picked 3 players. Oh no, that's my next pick. I'm slow. Alright, so we've already burnt 3 of our people. And they're O-linemen. Or 2 of them are O-linemen, 1's a D-lineman. Definitely think that's going to be good for us. But the question now is, where do we go from here? I do have a receiver that's going to go pretty high that I want to bring in, but there are some other important positions we have to go through. Let's jump in here. Make sure it's on overall grade. There's also Zach Martin. I could go out and fill out this O-line as much as I want. I think we're going to hold off on him, though. Because we have some other O-linemen we can bring in. Ooh, Khalil Mack's another player. It's going to be a little high up on the board. He is older, so I'm thinking I may be able to wait on him one. I guess Jordan Mailata never went to college. Alright, don't know how that works. Let's go to wide receiver here. I'm curious. It's Deontay Johnson. He's an 83. Toledo. He should make it into another round. So let's go defense. Oh, let me look at my list. Let me see. And this is going to take a lot longer than a normal fantasy draft, just so y'all know. I'm fully prepared for that. I mean, it's a little unfortunate because it may be a little boring for you guys. But, you know, it is what it is sometimes. And I'll make sure I'll do a full team recap after this, so y'all will get to know a little bit of the team. But it'll be in another episode. That way, if you don't feel like watching this massive draft, you do not have to. Maybe go corner here. I'm not sure how highly graded he is, but he is young, so he may go pretty early. Talking about Quinyon Mitchell here. Let's sort it by last name. May take a little while to find him if he's still available. Here are the M's. Quinyon Mitchell's a 76 overall. Let's take a look at his draft card. Hidden development. Definitely not bad. Let's go ahead and bring him in. I think there's some other players that may be a little more... but young players do go pretty quickly, so there's a few guys I really wanted to go get, and he is one of them. So, good pick. Ranked 76 out of all corners, so it's good for where we are. Alright, now we are... Okay, that was probably a good pick, because there's some corners going off the board, and we definitely noticed that before. So... let me just sort by last name here. Alright, this, I'm going to go ahead and spoil it right now. This is who I'm hoping to break the rules for. He's a 69 overall, so I'm not too worried about him going anytime soon. But, no, just to let y'all know. Quarterback, trust me, we don't need to worry about that. Let's see who's remaining, just to make sure I'm right about that, but I'm pretty sure we're good to go. Because the only two quarterbacks we're allowed to get are Cooper Rush and Logan Woodside. Cooper Rush right here. Wait a minute. Western Kentucky. I feel like that's one of the teams I'm allowed to pick from as well. Nope, never mind. Northern Illinois. So I was completely wrong there. My fault. Just a little brain lag right there. So, as you can see, we still have not reached Logan Woodside. So, we do not need to worry about that man going anywhere. Where the heck is he? He cannot be this low. Is there... I wish I could sort... Can I sort by age and then... Yes, I can. There he is. 53 overall. So, hopefully we're able to get Cooper Rush. But that's just a little spoiler on the draft strategy. Just so y'all know what's going on a little bit. Alright, Ronnie Staley's still here. Can't quite remember who we're looking at in there. Alright, looks like Zach Martin went. Which isn't the end of the world because... Unless Aaron Banks also went already. Which would be highly unfortunate. Let's go by last name. Nope, he's right here. Oh, he's only a 72 overall. That's insane right there. So we'll probably be able to wait on him a little bit. I have this large list of names, and a lot of them are pretty trash. So I'm trying to figure out which one of them needs to go now. Also, hold on. Let's go drafted. All position. Oh, it's only going to show mine. Okay, never mind. Let's go available. I was going to start eliminating people from my board, but I cannot do that. Definitely worried about certain people going, but I also am not too worried about a lot of these people going. Let's see. Alright, if I hear it's gonna set us back 10 years one more time, my brain cells are gonna melt. Let's see. Not by last name now. Oh, sweet, I can hold it. That's so much better. Alright. Maybe this is the time to go out and pick up Johnson. Oh, is he already gone? Oh, that's a tragedy. Deontay Johnson should have been picked up. I'm pretty sure he's gone. I'm like 95% sure that man's gone. That was one of the ones I probably should have been a little more worried about. He is gone. That is highly unfortunate. He would have been one of my better receivers. With that in mind now, maybe I should look at my wide receiver board. Which is not very lengthy, if I'm being honest. Let's see. So I don't think I really need to worry about any of them going anytime soon. So we can probably move to another position. Maybe running back, as we only have 4 that we're able to draft from. Alright, that dude's not going to be... Kareem Hunt and Kyron Williams are probably going to be the biggest ones we have to worry about. And maybe Williams should have been a little higher on my list, because I'm sure he's gone. No, he's actually not, and this may be a good player to go out and get right here. I'm going to go ahead and pick him up now. While this seems like a really good team right now, you will see it change very quickly into a team that is absolutely terrifying to look at. Alright. Let's go ahead and make our next pick. It will speed up as we go along, because we'll know what positions we definitely need. So, just keep that in mind. I know it seems like it's going to take forever at the moment. Maybe this is a good time to go. Well, no, here's the 72, so. Let's see. Is Ronnie Staley still here? How old is he, though? He's 30 years old. This O-line is going to be really trash if we don't address it early. So we'll go ahead and get an older player here. Next pick definitely has to be a defensive player, though. I think I have a good one in mind. So we went out and got Ronnie Staley. We're cutting away at my list here. And I know 95 players is quite a bit, so. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta take care of something real quick. It'll take like 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. My apologies. Something I'm also gonna do real quick is I'm going to look at the list of players who was drafted, see if I can eliminate anyone from my list. I probably should have been doing this a while ago. It would have made this a little bit easier. And no, none of those players is on my list. So, I think I have a pretty good idea of who I need to pick up here. Again, I apologize for that inconvenience. And it's gonna be a safety. It might be Julian Love here. Maybe. Let's see. Other defensive players I may need to pick up here. D-line's gonna be important, but a lot of those players are a little lower in overall. A lot lower in overall, I guess I should say. Did I? Oh, hold on. Before I completely miss out on this legend of a human being, which I may have already done. I did. I'm not doing very well right now. I waited a little too long on Khalil Mack. That was a mistake. I thought his age would help me out a little bit, and it did not. So, instead of that, we're actually going to go pick up Joke real quick. So, pick up Joke, and then we shall go from there. Missing on Khalil Mack was definitely a bit of a mistake there, but honestly, it is what it is. We can bring in a younger guy. Can't believe I forgot to pick him up. Probably should have been my last pick instead of Ronnie Staley, if he was even there. Let's see. And since I got him, let me remove him from my list as well. Alright, there we go. Now with this next pick, I think we're going to go out and get Julian Love. I'm definitely, let me actually check this before I keep going. Son, first partner. Nope, no one from my list is there. Hopefully he is still here. Wow, it doesn't look like he's here either. So, as you're seeing, it's definitely a back and forth on this. We can pick up Cam Lewis, and we probably will end up doing that later. I hope, anyways. And Matthias Farley may be our other guy that we end up having to go get. Or I'm sure there's someone on my list that's way down here. Farley actually isn't on my list. Yeah, Tyson Anderson is, so we definitely have a little wiggle room there. Let's look at the rest of these defensive backs. Alright, let's see. There's a Loai Gilman who could be interesting. Let's sort by... Oh, nope, hold on. Overall grade, go back to the safeties. Julian Love is still here. I realized what I just did. I did not change it back to the proper thing. I almost missed out on a very good safety. Alright, we'll go ahead and bring Julian Love in. I may have to address receiver at this next pick. Not seeing any more of our guys. Nope, no more. So we're in a good position in the secondary and the linebacking core and there. Might be a good time to go out and get Aaron Banks. Let's take a look. I think he's left guard actually. Let's see, he's pretty quick to find, so he's actually still fairly down on that. Well, not too far down on the board. Hold on. He's not super far, but he's far enough down I don't need to worry about it right now. Maybe let's go defensive end. And then we'll get back on the... What about Isaiah Foskey? Where is he at? I'm not sure on a lot of these players' overalls. I didn't do that much research. Or even where they are in the game. He's a 70. I don't think we need to worry about him right now. What about Carl Brooks? Not age. Must be left end. Well, he may already be gone. Oh no. And I know all these people are in the game. Okay, he's listed at DT. Don't need to worry about him right now. Honestly, I don't really need to worry about these guys. Not one bit. What about defensive tackles? Because we only have 4 of these, so we need to look at Jerry Tillery, Sheldon Day, and Travis Jones. artillery. So, well, let's look at day first. Alright, he may not be. Thought they had him listed as a defensive tackle, but he's a 68. We don't really need to worry about there. Let's look at the other two. Artillery may already be gone. If I were one of those teams, I would definitely be taking him. Oh, he's here. He's a 70. I don't really need to worry about that either. And Jones. Marshall Nealand is also on our list, and so is Khalid Kareem. Travis Jones is 70. Yeah, I'm not too worried about these guys. So as you can see, we quickly get into this position where I'm really not worried about majority of the guys. So I definitely should have taken. Obviously later I'll get a little more worried about it. Tulane's not one of the teams, right? No, it's Toledo. I was about to say, how did I miss so many people? Alright, well, something tells me I don't need to worry about my wide receivers right now. So it's really just up to me what I want. So let's go to corner. There is a certain corner I want to see if he's still available. I think his name starts with an A, which would be perfect for me. Let me see. I know I'm going a little corner heavy early. Alohi Gilman, that's his name. Now he's a decent overall. So maybe someone we want to go out and get. If he's still available. Which it does not look like he is. Pretty sure he's a corner. He may be a safety. He is. But he is someone we can bring in if we have an overload at safety. I can move him to corner. And it's looking like majority of the defensive backs in here are corners. So go ahead and bring in Alohi Gilman. Alright. Next, I think we're going to go get Aaron Banks. Alright, let's see. I highly doubt anyone on my list is gone. They are not. Perfect. Which is a really good thing, because if these guys start going, this whole strategy is going to go out the window. Alright, let's go to left guard. Now you may be wondering, oh, why are you going after a 72 overall player? Because, well, City Cell is also a player that we could go out and get. But the answer to that is because we are in a position where majority of the people we're going to be drafting are really low overall now. A lot of the high overall picks we were going to go get, they're all gone. We were able to do what we needed to, and that is the way of the world sometimes. Josh Uche, Curtis Samuel. And again, no one picked up here that I need to know about. Let me remove Aaron Banks. How many names are we down to? And these are just names that I have on here. We're down to 82 names. But obviously there's some people on here I just failed to realize got drafted, so it might be a good time to actually go get a wide receiver. And then we really need to focus on maybe Dwayne Eskridge here might make sense. Boykin is available as well. I do want to get some people that are not on Notre Dame though. Chase Claypool was also an option that I did not notice. I think that list was just people not on the practice squad, just people on the 53-man rosters, but it was a good list that I can look at. Alright, we've already passed these. Did Eskridge already get drafted? Or am I just blind? Oh dang, he sure did. Okay, maybe we should focus a little more here on wide receiver, because with Eskridge gone, that's not a good sign. Because, I mean, Miles Boykin, I said he was on there. Scotty Miller is an option. Let's see if he's still out here. Or I guess he goes by Scott Miller here, and he's from Bowling Green. I think he'd be a pretty good player to bring in. He is a little older, but let's go ahead and bring him in. Sky Moore is an option as well. I just hate the Chiefs, so I'm holding off on doing that. Alright, let's see. Taylor Moton, he ends up going. He was a player that we were allowed to pick up. We will take him off the list. Lee McNeil, Cole Holcomb, Amani Hooker, Andre James, Terry Merrick. Alright, I'm gonna need to stop moving so much. J.K. Dobbins. Alright, cool. The rest of it is still intact. Cameron Lewis and Cam Lewis are both options available still. Alright, let's see. What do we have? Make your selection. So we don't have a quarterback, a fullback, which there's a fullback that we can pick up. We have one wide receiver. We have two left guards, one of them's going to move to right. So we have all our positions on the line except for center. We don't have a tight end yet, which is fine. I need to start filling out this D-line though. Because those players are definitely going to start going soon. I know this is a position I keep coming back to, but Let's see. Nealon, Kuntz, or Kareem are probably going to be my better options here. Maybe Foskey. Let's go left end. Yeah, we're just going to have to go by last name at this point. It's going to be the fastest way to get to these guys. I already forgot the names. Foskey's an option. See, let's do that right in. And I know he was, Sheldon Day is an option. He's a little lower. Isaiah Foskey, how young are you? I feel like you're recently drafted. Yeah, this might be a good guy to go out and get real quick. Not a high differential guy, but I think he'll do enough for us to get the job done. Alright, Jordan Poyer, Jordan Battle, Abraham Lucas, Jordan Fuller. Jalen Warren. Not seeing anyone. Perfect. Alright. So let's go to Isaiah Foskey here. Delete him. Let's see. We have 2 free safeties. We can move one of them to strong if need to be. Or one to corner if need be. Because they're both good players, so keeping both would not make sense. Let's see if we get a middle linebacker, and then we'll go back to the offensive side of things. Alright, so we have some options here. Robert Spillane is one of them. Let's see if he's still available. He is. West Michigan. This is a guy that we should probably bring in. Again, a little on the older side, but we have some young players. We'll be able to do some things, so I'm happy with that pick. No one else on my list has been picked up yet, which is both a good sign and a bad sign. And technically, I don't know that for sure. We only have one running back. Maybe we want to hit that again. Hit that and tight end here. And then maybe we'll hit center. Kareem Hunt is one of them. Definitely would be a good pickup, but I'm sure he's gone. Now with Estime here, we may want to go pick him up quickly. I mean, he's a younger guy, maybe able to do some things for us early. There's also Jarrett Patterson. So it's Estime, Hunt, and Patterson. Let's see if Hunt's still here. If he's not, we need to pick up his Steam real quick. And the Kareem Hunt is still here. And then let's look at Patterson, who's also a young player. We've passed the P's. Cordero Patterson's the only one here, so it looks like Jarrett Patterson's off the board. So really, we have the options from old man and a young player, and I think I'm gonna go with the young guy. I mean, it's a good old man, but an old man regardless. Let's go pick up Audric Esteem, 20 years old. We really need to hit our tight end spot before our best options go, because we do have quite a bit of options there. And obviously, we actually need to make sure our guy is still there. He is indeed. But it is getting a little slim out there. So let's take a look at the tight ends on my board. There are 9. Tyler Conklin is one of them. I highly doubt he's still here though, because he's a pretty solid tight end. Oh, he is actually. He may be a good guy to go pick up here. There's also Michael Mayer and Cole Kmet. I'm sure Kmet is gone. And in a way, me going to check is just a way to clear my board a little bit. Yep, Cole Kmet is no longer an option. Tyler Conklin's still here. We established that. Let's go check if Morris is still on the board. I'm sure he is. Yeah, because he's not very good. And while we're here, is Michael Mayer still here? He is. Roger Smythe, Trumbull, and Wright. Looks like Rogers is off the board. I think. I'm not seeing him here. Yeah. So Rogers is off our board. Smythe and Trumbull. Smythe may have never been on there, to be honest. I just recognized the name and kind of assumed he was there. Tommy Trumbull. And there's another one. Brock Wright. Trumbull's still here. And Brock Wright. So I think here we have an option. Either we pick up Conklin or we pick up Eric Hall. Now, Conklin is going to be a higher overall by a significant margin. But do we trust Eric Hall enough to just go ahead and say, hey, you're the guy, you're going to start? You know what? We're going to go ahead, we're going to make sure we don't miss out here. We're going to bring in Eric Hall. Alright, we got our tight end figured out. Even if I do end up going back for Conklin later. Alright, now at this point, I highly doubt we need to worry about quarterback yet. Oh, maybe we do. Maybe we should have been worried about that a little sooner. Oh no, now we're chilling. Rush. And obviously, he's still here as well, so. Tannehill. Where's this man at? There he is. Cooper Rush is still here. I'm curious. Is Deshaun Kaiser in this list? No, he is not. Okay, cool. So we don't need to worry about quarterback. We don't need to worry about running back at this point. We'll probably go out and... Well, actually, since Kareem Hunt is literally the only other running back, maybe we should have picked him up and then got Esteem later. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Even if Gilliam ends up being our third running back. Do we even need to worry about that right now? Nah, he's still there, so... Probably don't need to worry about that till very late. Maybe we go... Man, I feel like there's more we could do on the defense. Definitely could do more on the defensive line. And the corner room. Let's go corner real quick here. Well, maybe another safety, because there are very few options here. Well, there's Jimmy Ward and Harrison Smith. I'm sure Harrison Smith is long gone. Because that man's overall is pretty dang high. Someone else I just didn't think with this massive list. Yeah, Harrison Smith is gone. Not the end of the world. We have 72 names left. Which isn't exactly good numbers considering how low we're getting on actual players here. But we don't really have to worry about it till much later in the draft. Let's see if Kadar Holman is still available. Because he would definitely be a good player to bring in. I'm pretty sure he's a corner. It doesn't look like he is, but let's make sure I have his position correct. He may be a safety too. Is this just a full list of safeties? But he's a good player, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's already gone. Yeah, he's gone as well. Not ideal. I'm sure Kyle Hamilton is also gone. He's well, we're in the H's. Let's just make sure he's not in here for some reason. But he should be a free safety. Oh yeah, definitely. Alright, again, not ideal. My list is growing ever smaller. There are some other, like Sean Murphy Bunting is here. Wonder what overall he is now. Nick McLeod is also an option. Oh, Sean Murphy Bunting is gone. Maybe it's time to go pick up Nick McLeod. Not the greatest player, but he's probably one of the better guys we have available. Alright, so we went out and made a good selection there. Andy Brown. Maybe it's time to go finish our O-line. Or at least the one open position. Let's see. Alright, have we finished any positions? Technically running back. We're probably cooked there. I'd say we finished out free safety, getting close on corner. But no, not really. So let's go out and pick up a center. I mean, we're getting close on a few of them, but not really. Our next pick needs to be on the D-line, though. Let's go look at these guys that we have here. And I don't imagine any of them being very high overall. Yeah, none of them are even on that board yet, so... Sam Mustafa is probably going to be one of the better ones on here. Wesley, oh goodness, a 59 overall. I hope I don't got to pick him up. I may have to, though. Robert Hainsley is another one. Again, really hope I don't have to pick that man up to be my starter. Alright, Danny Pinter, Mustafa, and Jarrett Patterson and Connor Williams. Williams and Patterson are probably the only ones really left in here. Well, obviously that would make all of them still there. Mustafa is still here. Patterson's still here. And what about Williams? Williams is long gone. We're down to 68 players on our board, and we're only in the 17th round out of 50 something. That is not a good sign, because we're starting to get really thin at certain positions. So, I think Mustafa is going to be the pick here. I think I passed him. 85 awareness isn't terrible. I mean, honestly, these stats aren't terrible. It's just his age is to a point where he's not going to be progressing very far. Let's see. I think Christian Haynes is on our list. I guess not. I thought he was. Anyways. Antonio Gibson didn't go till right now? That's crazy. So the O-line has at least one starter at every position now. I know right guard is blank, but one of those players is getting moved. Kareem Hunt is still available. And this is like the big board, so he probably won't last. There's also Isaiah Rodgers. Maybe a good player to go get. He's a little younger. Yeah, I think this is a good move. That'll fill out our corner room, at least for the starters. I think that's definitely a good move to go ahead and make. Obviously puts us in a bit of pickle for... we need to go get some defensive linemen. For sure. Because I guarantee you, majority of my guys are gone. And a lot of the players on this list are O-linemen, so definitely got to start getting into a bit of a panic time here. Kareem Hunt is still available, shockingly. Don't need to worry here yet, do we? I'd say the answer to that is no. I do need to make sure I'm getting Cooper Rush, though, because the alternative is terrifying. Also, still only have one of my wide receivers. So before we go D-line, we're handling that right now. Because Randall Cobb may be one of my only options remaining. Because there's no way in hell that man is gone yet. How's Jawan Jennings still out here? Is Boykin still available? Boykin is still available. Sky Moore, Ben Skoranek, and Randall Cobb. That is my entire list that remains. Oh, and Chase Claypool, because I forgot I found him. Is Cobb gone? Well, that's awkward. Who the hell picked up him? That old man? Alright, we'll go ahead and delete him then. Interesting. May have to run a 2 tight end set with, is he still here? Looks like he just went. Damn. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think, man, do we want to go for more, maybe? Who's up here? Skronsky. Or Skronik, whatever the hell his name is. Is he not in the game? Ain't no way. Okay, that means our next 2 picks, if our next 2 picks may have to be wide receivers. Sky Moore is still here. Let's go ahead and bring him in. I hate bringing in an op like this. Op as in the Chiefs, but definitely a move that needed to be made there. And then we need to go bring in Boykin as well. So it looks like we're going to end up... Dang, he's still here. And waiting on Boykin was almost okay. Do we want to bring in Boykin or Claypool? Because I feel like we already have our deep threat. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring in... They're both from Notre Dame, so there's nothing special about either one. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Chase Claypool. That man definitely sold his career, but he has a chance with us. Alright, let's go ahead and delete Sky Moore. Alright, D-line. Oh yeah, and I also picked up Mustafa, so I need to remove him. Looks like, oh, and Equanimous St. Brown is also an option. That got hidden. Let's see. We still have 63 guys, allegedly. Let's see. It's probably going to be D-line and linebackers. I'm not too worried about the backup O-line because we have... So we have our starters at every position except for the D-line. Because the safety, we can just move some people. Same thing on the line. We are going to need our kicker and punter, which there are 2 kickers who will end up. There's Groupie and the Cowboys guy, Aubrey. Those are the 2 guys we're going to have to go get. And Actually, how highly ranked are they? Do I need to worry about that anytime soon? So Aubrey's an 86, who's higher overall than Justin Tucker. How about Groupie? Is Group already gone? Oh, no. I forgot I didn't sort by. Yeah, he's still here, and I really don't need to worry about him. So, in a couple picks after I fill up the D-line, I'll probably go get Aubrey. Is there any true defensive tackles on my list? I mean, there's obviously guys that play DT, like Jerry Tillery. But, like Sheldon Day, they have him elsewhere. Tillery, they have him elsewhere. Is Jones still on the list? Hinish is one of them we can bring in. Oh, and I've already passed the J, so... Either he's gone or he's listed at another spot, so... Day and Tillery, we need to keep those in mind. Carl Brooks, let's go look at him and Malcolm Kuntz. I thought Brooks ended up getting listed at DT. Was I bugging? No, it was not. Alright, he's there. Yeah, everyone is just not where they're supposed to be, apparently. Let's go find Tillery again. He's a 70, which isn't bad for this spot. What about Malcolm Kuntz? Alright, oh, I completely missed it. Oh, he's a 74? Buffalo speed rusher. Oh yeah, that ain't bad. A little bit, looks a little balanced. Let's bring him in. Was Cam Smith on my list? No, it's Cam Lewis. Good. Odell. Goodness. Not to the Bengals. Not after all those real life rumors. Who did I just pick up? Malcolm Kuntz. So remove him from the list. Just trying to make my life a little bit easier. Let's see. I definitely waited too long on damn, let's just go ahead and remove Kareem Hunt from the list. There are no more running backs available. So we'll be running in there with just the two of them. After we get Aubrey, we may want to go get... Juice is still there, I ain't worried about it. QB... We're still chilling there. And maybe I'll find some random guy that on here that I was supposed to find on the list that just isn't there. Oh, Kareem Hunt is still there. Yeah, see, I ain't worried about that right now. And A.J. Dillon, there we go, Boston College. Wait a minute. No, Boston College is not one of the teams. It's Bowling Green is what I'm thinking of. Trust me, I will not pick someone from without verifying that school is on the list. I think I'm going a little overboard trying to find something here. probably not going to. Reaching the end of our list here. Now, obviously, if the AI goes out and signs people, we're not going to mess with that. But if I bring anyone on the team, they need to be from one of those schools. Because I'm not just going to be cutting people all the time. That would be exhausting. Before we go look at more D linemen, is Boykin still here? He is. So yeah, let's go get some more D linemen. And then we may want to hit linebacker as well. I think I want to bring in Brooks. Bowling Green, 24 years old. He can develop. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Check him off my list. Alright, now let's go get our kicker real quick. At least one of them. Goodness, that scares me every time. Just because I really cannot afford to miss here. We'll bring in Brandon Aubrey, and then we'll go get Groupie really late. I'm not too worried about him going. And now maybe we should go ahead and take care of if he's still here. Should go take care of Kareem Hunt. I highly doubt he's still here. He is not. I did wait a little long on that, but at the same time, he wasn't really needed at this point. Let's see what we actually need here. We have a tight end. We have everything at every position. Now is about filling it well, except for we need another defensive tackle. We technically have two right ends, which we can move one of them to left end, so that's completely fine. Maybe let's see. About another defensive back. Actually, let's hit the linebacking core. We have been neglecting the hell out of it. I mean, we got some pretty good linebackers. Oh, actually, we need to remember that we picked up, we went out and got Max Crosby. He's going to be moving to the left end. So, we need to worry a little less about the D-line and a little more about the linebackers. You know what? I'm going to see if this dude's out there. I wish I wrote down the position I found him at. Is it him? He is one of the guys, but he's not the one I was thinking of. He may be a decent pickup though. Nick Ballore is also an option. And I apologize, this is the last time I'll have to leave. I have to make sure I gotta go grab my laundry real quick. Alright, my apologies, I know this is taking a little bit, but we're gonna keep on cruising here. option. Let's see. I picked up Spillane. I don't know why I still have him on this list. I've been forgetting a few, which is actually is a pretty good, or a pretty bad sign. I'm sure Drew Tranquil is gone. Not that I want to pick that dude up anyways. I mean, obviously, good player, but he's on the Chiefs, which automatically makes him an L. Bertrand is an option. Dallas Gant is an option, but he's really not. Where's this man at? His name starts with an O. Alright, so. Oh, John Meta's in the game now. That's nice. What school did he go to? He was Alabama, right? Oh, Wisconsin. Must have been somebody last year I was thinking of. Tranquil is definitely gone unless he's at one of these other spots. Jose Ramirez is an option, but again, not really. Julian Aquara is actually a decent option here. This is the guy I was looking for, but we can wait on him. Let's look at Julian Aquara. Alright, he has really bad coverages, but he actually has some pretty good rush moves, so let's go ahead and pick him up. Maybe this is a good time to go get our quarterback. Yeah, the run on quarterbacks is beginning. Jake Browning's off the board. Yeah, we definitely need to go get him right now before he's gone. This is the time to go get our quarterback. Even though he's still pretty low on this list, I'm sure. Watch him have already gone. That'll be a terrifying thought. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Cooper Rush may be gone. No way. I waited way too long. Well, guys, I hate to say it. We don't have a backup quarterback now. That is not good on me. That's completely bad. I should have went and picked up a quarterback, because this kind of messes up the thing. I mean, unless there's a quarterback in here that I just completely overlooked, which is possible but highly unlikely. We'll pick up Badgett as the backup because Shepherd University is just some random thing. Oh, Ian Book. We did overlook somebody, so never mind. Badgett is out of the question. We have to pick up Ian Book, unless we find another one, which we do. Jack Cohen. Where'd all these Notre Dame quarterbacks come from? So yeah, we still have some options. Sam Hartman. All these Notre Dame guys. Let's see, is there some more? Did I see Ohio in here? Nathan Rourke? I may actually be able to bring him in. It depends. I'm pretty sure that's the Ohio I'm allowed to pull from. I'll have to look him up. And actually, Nathan Rourke may be our best option here. Let me look up what school he went to. Oh, he's in the Canadian Football League now. Hold on. That is not the only school he went to. Ohio Bobcats. Yep, I could pick up Nathan Rourke, which is exactly what I'm about to do. 58 overall versus what, a 53? Yeah, Nathan Rourke, welcome to the team. I'm so glad I went through that, because I found some gems. Okay. Oh goodness, this is terrifying. Needless to say, the quarterback play is going to be horrendous. Alright, we're at pick 26. We're about halfway through the draft, which is not good with how many people we have available. Alright, so maybe we want to start focusing on the backup O-line. There are definitely some other players, but they are going to be low in overall. Let's see. We got our quarterback. We only have 3 receivers, 1 tight end. We still need that next safety. We have all the defensive. I know I said I would only leave one more time, but I gotta go one more time. Alright, for this time, I'm not gonna have to leave until this video is over. Alright, let's see. So obviously there's some hidden gems in here. What the hell is this? Deontay Hardy went to a school called Assumption. I'm gonna have to look that up later. That's funny as hell. And I may draft him, but that's only if I have no other options. Which something tells me at that position I have plenty of options that are just hidden from my brain. We definitely need a hit linebacker again, though. Hey, look at this dude. There's all these Notre Dame guys. Central Michigan, Income is an option. I'm starting to go away from my list just a little bit because I have no idea who's even still there. This guy is an option. Is it Eastern Illinois that's... Or is it Western Illinois? I think it's Western. Northern. It's Northern Illinois. Why am I looking at scout status? Jalen Smith is an option here. Decent overall. He's an older guy, but maybe someone that can mentor some of the younger players that we may bring in. I think that's going to be a good move for us. Alright, let's see. Now the way we're looking at it, Braylon Allen, that's insane, man. Alright, we need to start thinking here. Don't need to go there yet. Maybe some backup alignment as we literally just have the base there. D-line still needs some work. We have 2 right outside linebackers, so that position is filled in terms of who we need. Free safety is filled. DT's not even close. I need at least 2 more there. Or really just 2 more there. Not at least, just 2. Not sure what I need to attack right now. Maybe the D-line. Let's see if Tillery is still available. He is indeed. And he's not like super old or anything, so I think he's a solid player to bring in here. Take him off my list. Oh yeah, since he's gone, I could take him off as well. We allegedly have 55 players remaining. I'd rather not go through this entire list to go find the people that are no longer here. Is Barnes, the linebacker Barnes, still out there? No, yeah, he's still right here. He's a younger guy. He's actually a little more coverage aligned. Let's go pick him up. And then we can move him if need be. Let's make our next selection. I think we definitely need to start working this O-line a little bit. We have 3 right ends, obviously. So we basically need 2 D tackles. We're good at linebacker overall. We will need another couple of safeties, couple corners, 5 offensive linemen, another 2 tight ends, 1 or 2 receivers, and a quarterback. Let's see if Boykin is still here. He is. I may go pick him up. Let's look at our O-line first, though. We need to see, unless there's someone in here. Yeah, I mean, there's Brock right down there. Tommy Tremble, yeah, we have options here, so we can hold off on that. Let's see. I highly doubt Mike McClinchy is still here. let's see. Let's go look at Doyle, Eichenberg, and Godecki. Tommy Doyle is complete trash. Eichenberg is not at this spot. He's probably on the other side. Godecki is probably on the other side as well. Let's go to right tackle. Looks like Godecki is actually gone. Well, unless he's at one of the inside spots, so let's hold off from removing him. And I didn't even move far enough down. What am I doing? Okay, I confirmed. Let's see if they're inside here. Okay, so allegedly we're sorting by last name. But I do not think we are. Because W-A, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. Alright, so apparently it just doesn't work on the interior line, I guess. Right, it's just that one spot that's messed up. Looking for Godecki, and I'm sure Eichenberg is gone. He's actually a notable player. So in that case, we actually need to start. We need to find some people. See if Storm Norton's still available. This is definitely something that should have been done a lot sooner. Chikuma Okorafor is still here. He's someone we could go get, or Matt Pert. I have a lot of O-linemen on this list, so Storm Norton is still here, but he is a lot worse than I thought he was. Maybe Okorafor or Pert are one of our better options now. City So and Max Sharping might be decent players in here. If So is here, oh, but that's the damn messed up one. Hold on, let's see if they're in here anywhere. Liam Eichenberg is still here. What in the hell? He may be who I need to pick up here. Alright. Slide over to this one. Elijah Wilkinson is also an option. City So, 72, he may be who we need to pick up. It looks like he's going to be one of our better options. Sure, yeah, Sharping's there. Let's look at City So. I mean, not terrible. Definitely a better run blocker than he is a pass blocker. He's a terrible pass blocker, but if we need him in a backup role, may not be a horrible player to bring in. Alright, let's make our next selection. We'll be going back to the O-line. I think I want to go bring in Eichenberg. Go find him again. I mean, the strength's a little low, and again, he's more of a run blocking guy, but I think he fits what we need him to do. So let's go ahead and remove City So. And Eichenberg, if I can find him. Let's do one more. Let's check out our centers. We don't have a lot of them. And then we'll hit the defense hard again. Probably gonna work on that, secondary a little bit. Since the linebackers are basically chilling. We need to work on the D-line a bit more. Definitely don't want to bring in Wesley French. I honestly can't remember these dang names. I remember Hainsley being pretty trash. Danny Pinter and Jarrett Patterson are other options. Patterson, he ain't very good. Looks like Pinter's gone, or I picked him up, one of the two. But regardless, we won't be picking him here. So we'll probably handle this backup spot at another time. Let's go to defensive tackle. Who are my options here? We're slowing down a bit because Travis Jones or Sheldon Day are probably our best options here. I don't think Jones was listed in here though. No, he was not. Definitely should have went the other way. We can still bring Khalid Kareem too. I mean, he's not the greatest, but he is an option. Or Sheldon Day. Maybe a slightly better option here. Not really. So, and what was the other one? Travis Jones. It's also that guy, but he doesn't look very good. must be at the left end spot. Might be gone. I believe he is. Alright. So maybe our best option's Khalid Cream here. Alright, we're gonna have to take a look what we've got again. So we have 3 left guards. Obviously one of those is gonna get moved and then one of them's gonna stay there. So we have a backup right guard and a backup left guard. So we need our tackles and our center. Eventually need our fullback, who I have a really good one as an option. Need our backup quarterback. There's not going to be another backup running back. Left end is actually fine now. So we're going to move the left outside. Oh, we need to bring in another linebacker. I completely forgot about that. So that left outside linebacker spot actually is only at 1 right now because he's going to get moved to left end. And then one of those right ends will get moved to left end. One of them will get moved to defensive tackle. So we need one more DT / defensive end. One for that. Let's go ahead and get our safety room figured out. I don't know. I don't think Womack or Jimmy Ward are available. If Womack is there, yeah, he's gone. And what was the other one? Ward. Yeah, he's gone too. Unless they're out of position. Well, Ward would be up here anyways. Jay Ward. Disrespect. Yeah, definitely both gone. Let's see. I think I saw Cam Lewis when I was in the corners. Oh no, that was Cam Hart, who was also an option. Not sure why he's not popping up. Maybe he's listed under corner for me. He's an option. Not a great one, but an option. But he is young, so actually we're going to go ahead and pick him up. Alright, we got him. Kickers are starting to go. Let's go get our punter. Hopefully it's not too late. Groupie, tell me you're still here. Yup, perfect. Let's go pick him up real quick. And I may go get my fullback real quick too. Haven't looked there in a little bit. Oh. Okay. So this is new. Typically the fullbacks are big chillin' for like the entirety of the draft. So guess what, y'all? Giovanni Ricci is our fullback instead of Gilliam. I'll have to say we're lucky we get a fullback. Oh yeah, I flipped the D and the B. That's why Cam Hart wasn't popping up. Well, that is unfortunate because Reggie Gilliam's a really good fullback. For the other, let's see if Anderson is still here. I think he's free safety. He is. Let's go pick him up. Holy Toledo! Yeah, I will do that. Because it's funny. Not the greatest player, but he's a Bengal. So let's go bring him in. He has good speed at least. At least he should. In real life he does. Alright, let's look at QB again. I think we'll be just fine here. Yeah, Woodside ain't going nowhere. Oh yeah, hold on. Let's look at wide receiver. Looking to pick up Equinemius St. Brown. If he's still here. Or Dwayne Eskridge. He's also an option. Massachusetts, we could bring in Andy Isabella. He used to be good. I'm just looking at my options here. They're very limited. Ben Skronik, who I thought was gone, is still here. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. It's not going to show certain people until later. So Equinemius St. Brown is still here. He may be someone I want to bring in. Let's go get Equinemius. Here he is. He's a little older, but he'll play a good role for us. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I really have no idea who's left on this list. Pretty sure I picked up Zaire Barnes already, so that man gone. Alright. Let's reevaluate once again. Obviously sucks about the running back room, but they'll be fine. Might want to go pick up some more linemen here. Or defensive tackle or outside linebacker. Still need another safety. Let's see if our tight end room has gotten any smaller. This dude's also an option, but I'd rather him not be. I'm just curious if there's some hidden gem in here. As we are a tight end guy. I mean, Brock Wright might be decent here. Would be interested in bringing him in, maybe. Let's go bring in Brock Wright. No, not Tyler Croft. Oh, did I just draft him? I think I did. I did. We will drop him. That's completely on me. It's because the dang sort button on Madden 24 is square. Gosh dang it. That's on me, I'll fix myself. We'll trade him and Brock Wright later. Goodness. Some of these players are really bad. Alright. Goodness, man. I'm not even entirely sure who I'm looking for right at this moment. Let's go get a Core 4. There's also still Danny Pinter, but I think I'm good on him for now. Okay, he must not be at that spot. I know he wasn't at one of the tackles, right? Hold on, where is this man at? Hold on. I'm finding him. Well, we also need to think he may have been drafted, but there's no way he's got drafted. If not, we'll pick up, or if he did, we'll pick up Max Sharping. Yeah, it looks like he did. Let's go get Max Sharping. He's an older guy, but... So that is our fourth left guard, I think. Yep. So we have a center and all our guard spots filled up. We just need our tackles backups. Probably need another tight end, so I may go get Brock Wright anyways, and then just figure out what else to do with that other dude. But right now, I think there's a certain player. He's not super high overall, but I think I want to go grab him. He's not at this one. I know you're in here. Because you were like a 65 overall. He must be at this spot. Did he go? He may have went. Somehow. Or I'm just forgetting his name. Starts with a different letter or something. Oh, is it? It's this guy right here. Bruh. It's literally right in front of my face. He has some decent pass rush moves. He's just terrible at coverage. Alright. There we go. We got him. The funny is available. The funny being me trying to say his name. Alright, let's see if Raymond is available still. I highly doubt it, but he might be. He's an offensive tackle, allegedly. Not there. Not there. Not here. Oh, okay, he's definitely not there. Oh, wait, that's the messed up one. Now I'd have to go through literally every single human to find him. Not in there. And he might be gone. He is, but I just found someone we can bring in. I hate the Chiefs, but again, this man is 75. I mean, yeah, he's an old man, but this is someone we need to be bringing in. Eastern Michigan player. Surprised he's fallen this far at 75 overall. Pick 1300. Dang, Charlie Jones is still out here? The disrespect. So we have all but one O-line position filled. We need one more wide receiver, one more tight end, one more quarterback. Alright, this is really messing me up here on the defensive line front of things. So left outside linebacker's going to be dropping down to left end. Another right end will go to left end. Right end will go to defensive tackle. So we need one more defensive tackle. And one more linebacker, middle linebacker. One more corner / safety. Okay. Let's go to corner. See if we even have anyone remaining. Honestly, not sure. There may be some like hidden gem in here somewhere, but don't think so. There were very few secondary players. It's kind of a bad thing I waited so long on them. So, oh, wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh, whoa. How did these... Okay. So I'm really glad these guys were so low, because this is perfect for me. This is absolutely perfect for me. So we're either going to bring in Ingram or Holman. I'm really excited about either one of those. Why did I go this way? And why did it reset? I am so glad I went through this list. Now, obviously, Ingram's the higher overall, but yeah, Ingram's probably the move. We'll find him here. There we go. Jamarcus Ingram, definitely a younger guy, has a little bit better stats to start. Or, not stats, but ratings. Hell, we maybe bring both of them in real quick. And we'll move one of them up to safety instead of moving someone down. Troy Pride is still here. 26 years old. I'm good there. Is Kadar Holman still available? Yes, he is. Let's bring in the Toledo man. Alright. Secondary is finished up. May bring in some random people to fill some needs. Maybe let's actually go pick up Wright this time. If he's still available. He is. Bring in Brock Wright. And this is probably going to speed up quite a bit here, as a lot of these picks really don't matter as much. We'll hit wide receiver and then go full on defense for a while. Well, we'll go wide receiver and then we'll hit, might go Eskridge here. Yeah, let's go pick up Eskridge. Western Michigan. Alright, we picked up Eskridge. I think we have one more alignment spot to fill. Not worried about quarterback going at all. Yeah, that man's so low, I really don't need to worry about it. 95% sure there's no random running backs I can bring in. I will do one more check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. There are a lot of running backs to go through though, which is a little annoying. There is one I could pick up, and I'll probably go get him later. Also Central Mission, Lou Nichols. So yeah, as the list went down, Jarrett Patterson's on the list now. That's a good sign. I gotta actually probably pick him up, because he was on my list of people I wanted to grab. Perfect. Alright, I got that figured out now. Trying to think who else I have on this list. There's Storm Norton, but I'd rather not have my backup be a complete trash can. Goodness. Let's go to the left tackle spot. Not seeing, there's no, oh goodness. That was a terrible sight. Maybe I'm missing something here. I want to get this knocked out and then we'll focus on the defense again. Buffalo. Awasaka. 25 years old. Balanced ratings. Let's go bring him in. 6'5", 315. I mean, that's interesting. Alright. Now for the defense, let's evaluate. We need another DT, I remember that. We need another middle linebacker. Yep. Maybe we'll go after another safety at some point. Bertrand is available. Dang, these people are really booing in the background. It's insane. Yeah, I'm not picking up Dallas Gant. Man, my list would probably come in handy here, but at the same time, I'm pretty done looking at it. Because I have no idea who's even still on it. So Jose Ramirez, maybe we bring him in. Does he have a strength somewhere? He's young, decent pass rush moves, so that'd be interesting to bring in. Let's go ahead and bring him in, and then let's focus on the D-line. I know most of the guys are on the edge, so the guys I'm going to be bringing inside anyhow, so let's look here. Oh goodness, no. Keep it moving. I may come back for John Baptiste. Sheldon Day is still here. How that's possible, he's old, but let's go ahead and bring him in. That's disrespectful. Alright, so we're pretty set in most of these spots. In fact, I don't know that there's any that are too bad. So we may go get our quarterback real quick. Actually, let's go get Jarrett Patterson. We have all the base O linemen that we need, and I don't think getting any more is going to help really. So probably a safety. Let's go get Patterson real quick though. Get Patterson, we'll go get a safety. It's also Jonathan Ward, but I think I want Patterson here. Yep, there he is. He went to Buffalo. He's 24. Pretty good ratings for the elusive side of things. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Let's go grab our safety. Who's that whole position? Oh, Cam Lewis. Also goes to Buffalo. Not the greatest stuff there, but could be someone that can do some things. Perfect. It gave me exactly what I was looking for there. Maybe we'll just go down the line and start seeing highest overall players that go to our areas. If there even are any, honestly, there may not be any. That I'm thinking on, like, really high level. Darius Phillips. That's an interesting one. Could be someone we could move. Well, I know he's a good, I know we already have like 6 corners, but could move him to either safety or linebacker. Still has decent coverage, but I know he's a good punt returner, so we'll bring him in for at least that role. And then, while I'm thinking about it, before I forget, let's go get Logan Woodside. The old man from Toledo. Gonna be a big QB competition. Let's see. Got 3 running backs, fullback, 5 wide receiver. Maybe we go get another wide receiver. We probably need to go grab another tight end since I'm cutting one. Maybe we'll grab another old lineman, D lineman maybe. Linebacker would be fine because I'm moving one of those corners. Linebacker, one of them is safety. Well, free safety may slide over, so I may keep 6 corners. Almost done with this draft, y'all. Almost there. Let's go see if there's anyone we could pick up here. I feel like I already looked at this. Yeah, hold on. Let's go to left end. We already looked at right end and defensive tackle. Oh yeah, we're not going for 62, not here. Friends University, are you kidding me? What the hell am I looking at? Isaac Rochelle? I wouldn't be mad at this. Another older guy, but he has a certain skill set that he can use. We'll bring him in. Let's go for that tight end now. I think we got 3 more picks. Probably go tight end, wide receiver, O-lineman. Let's see. Actually, hold on. Instead of last name, let's go overall grade. See who the best tight end in our little skill set is here. Or not skill set, but area of ability. There's Bowling Green. We could bring in Quentin Morris, who's the highest overall guy in our zone. Let's go ahead and do it. Bring in Quentin Morris. See what receivers are available. Man, we're getting a little low on overall here. Massive. Maybe we'll bring in Andy Isabella. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. UMass, one of our. Oh, okay, that's the end of it. Oh, caught me off guard right there. So it's 54. All right, we're gonna end this one here because it's already pretty lengthy. We're gonna do another episode right after this, reviewing every team's quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers. So that's just a typical thing that I do, and it's gonna be pretty cool. So, who dey all you Bengals fans out there? Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.